initiated.
Now that a legion of new Helldivers is joining us, it's probably a good time to talk about stratagem codes. Stratagem codes range from short and easy to long and complicated. Or so it seems at first. In actual fact, I'm here to tell you, there are a few shorthands and commonalities among all of them that makes them much easier to both remember and pull off in a stressful situation. All you need to do is become aware of the patterns. For example, this is the Hellbomb code. It is the longest code in the game of a length of 8. Despite the daunting look, it can be broken down into 3 down-up segments spaced with left and right. In a similar vein, here's Walking Barrage. It is among the longer codes in the game, but it is merely right down repeated 3 times. To make these patterns clearer, I've made this little cheat sheet. Looking at the legend on the right, you can see that I've outlined the most common patterns. I call them repeat, for when the same direction is used in a continuous chain, sideways, left-right, center, right-left, outwards for left-up-right, inwards for the reverse, right-up-left, jump for up-down, and finally duck for down-up. The stratagem codes in this game tend to be quite expressive. They in themselves tend to evoke the mental image of what they represent. For example, going back to the walking barrage, a walking barrage in military terms is artillery firing right in front of advancing friendly infantry so as to clear the path for them. Fittingly, the pattern is right down 3 times, as in soldier moves, shell goes down, soldier moves, shell goes down. Of the patterns, my favorite ones are outwards and inwards, as they evoke the image of things either exploding or getting drawn in. The former is the primary pattern for expendable anti-tank, anti-personnel mines, eagle rearm, and guard dog drones. The latter is used for exosuits, eagle rocket pods, Tesla tower, and autocannon sentry. A variant of inwards is also used for the Gatling barrage, while a variant of outwards is used for the fast recon vehicle. Aside from the patterns, I've also marked out Wildcard and Hellcard for inputs that fall outside of these patterns. A Wildcard is easy to input, while a Hellcard could very easily ruin your chain. A notable example of this is the SOS beacon. The difference between it and Reinforce is a single key, and is a common cause for unintended random players joining a private lobby. Moving on to the actual stratagem list on the left, I have grouped the stratagems by their initial 2 inputs. This is because the initial 2 keys typically signify the category of the stratagem. For instance, orbital strikes generally start with right-right, eagle airstrikes all start with upright, and support weapons almost all start with down-left. The remaining keys are what differentiate the stratagems within their categories, and I have color-coded the patterns they consist of based on my own perception. Rather than seeing each direction as its own key, I view them as a chain of aforementioned patterns. The Emancipator exosuit could be left, down, right, up, left, down, up, or it could be left, down, inwards, duck. The latter is much simpler. By paying attention to these patterns yourself, you can easily memorize your favorites and even recognize them when they appear in terminals. Making such mental shorthands will allow you to put in the combination more quickly and with fewer mistakes. I will link the sheet in the description so you can study it at your leisure. As a final note, on the PC it has been a common bit of wisdom to rebind your stratagem keys from your movement keys to your arrow keys. The reason why you would do this is because it allows you to both run and call your stratagems at the same time, while with the default settings you would be forced to stop. It all sounds great in theory, until you realize that you only have 2 hands. One hand is always on the movement keys, while the other is always on the mouse. In order to reach the arrow keys, you need to let go of your mouse and move your entire hand over. This takes longer than stuttering in your steps for a mere second, and also messes up your aim as you try to get the grip on your mouse once again. Now how long does it actually take me to call in my stratagems?
Fire in the hole! Calling in reinforcements!
In short, I advise against rebinding. The default is quicker and much less of a hassle.